What's good, collective? How's everybody doing? Ow. All right. So, I got some energies. I have no idea what the storyline is. We're going to completely just crack this open together, okay? I have Rekindle Flame. All right. I have Patience, Your Heart's Desire, and Dark Night of the Soul. Now, that's a little bit ever which way for me. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. So let's get into this. Let's see what's going on with y'all. What's going on? Let's use this one. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing great. Just had me something to eat. I'm drinking coffee at 11:17 p.m. So if I seem a little wired, that might be why. Okay, that might be why I'm a little wired up. Anyway, clarify, rekindle the flame. Spirit team, what's going on? Clarify, rekindle the flame. What do we have? Personal alchemy and healing. Okay. All right. Personal alchemy. Somebody's been going through some changes, bringing about some healing. I like it. I like it a lot. Tell me a little more. Grounding. Yeah, getting grounded, balancing out your root, your rootituda, balancing out your root chakra. Getting a clear perspective. Yeah. Okay. So somebody is with this rekindle flame, maybe something, there was some sort of a blockage in something you were trying to birth. Okay, maybe you lost passion for something. All right. And in this time, season, cycle, there's been some changes that you've been going through that's kind of giving you a clear perspective on whatever this is. Maybe what you were trying to birth was directly connected to your heart space. All right. And so there was healing that needed to be done to get some blockages cleared up in your root chakra, and it also cleared up, looks like, some things in your crown chakra as well. So you've been getting a clear perspective about something. Okay, a clear perspective about something. Clarify, patience, change. Yeah, I'm picking up that this is like you being patient with yourself. Okay, you're in a season of shedding. You're in a season of having to let some things go. You've been looking at this particular cycle of shedding. You've been staring it square in the face. Okay, you haven't been avoiding it. You haven't been trying to ignore it. You've been looking it right in the face. This is a lot of growth here, because if you know anything about snakes, they shed because they're growing, right? So this is a lot of personal growth. Okay, and so it's required a lot of patience with yourself, for yourself. Yeah. Energy has been somewhat restless. Maybe it's been a little bit chaotic. This shedding process. Shedding it can be chaotic. And when you're in the middle of it, or just at the beginning of it, you can feel a little ungrounded. You can feel a little ungrounded. Okay. Somebody also could be shedding the consumption of alcohol. All right, the consumption of alcohol and or the overconsumption of alcohol. Okay, spirit is, if that is the case, if that reverberates with you, then I'm trying to get away from saying resonates, y'all. I'm so sick of hearing it. I'm just so sick. I was like, can I get a synonym for resonates, please, Google? And they said reverberate, and I was like, oh, I like that. So we're gonna use reverberate on this channel, okay? We're gonna use reverberate. Now, patience with yourself, okay, as you give up something. If it is alcohol, patience. Be patient with yourself, okay? um but whatever this is, whether it be alcohol or anything else, any other kind of addictions or vices or anything like that, that you feel led. Like for instance, a couple of months ago, my spirit team led me to stop eating meat. All right. Um, Congratulations for following that. Okay. So just be patient with yourself, with what you're having to let go. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, devotion. And that's what I'm kind of feeling from you. If this reverberates, yeah, I'm about to say it again. If this reverberates with you, um, I'm feeling your devotion, though. I really am feeling your devotion to letting something, could be someone, because people can be intoxicating too. All right, people can be intoxicating too. Clarify your heart's desire. Sovereignty. Yeah. Okay, so this is you at the heart level standing before your spirit team, okay? And they are rescuing you. They are pulling you out of something right now. Oh, I love this. Y'all don't listen. It's too late at night for y'all to be having me crying, all right? I'm not going to do this with y'all today or tonight. But I feel emotional because I've been here. Listen, your your heart space has you standing before your spirit team from your heart space asking for help, and help is coming. Okay, help is here already, because I feel like they are the ones giving you the strength to stay devoted to whatever this is that you're having to alchemize, this whole healing process, the way your thoughts about yourself and your life are changing. Okay, the grounding you're doing, the whole cycle. They're with you. Clarify more with this sovereignty and rescue gift. They're bringing you a gift. They're giving you the gift of a healed heart. Ooh, I love it. They're giving you the gift of a healed heart and a clearer mind. Mm-hmm. Yeah, been doing a lot of meditating. Yes. Manifesting guidance. Look. Oh man, this is beautiful. Meditating, manifesting, guidance through cleansing. Mm. Okay, so this could feel like a dark night of the soul. Somebody could be going through a dark night of the soul. Take that high reverberates. All right, take it high reverberates. You know? Okay, dark night of the soul. Leadership. Give me more. You're following their leadership. Beautiful. Release. You're following their leadership to let something go, to let it go, to release. Okay? To release. So you're at the point of the dark night of the soul where you kind of just past the chaos, but not quite all the way into the peace. Yeah. But you're where you are is at the threshold of moving into a very peaceful, more peaceful aspect or perspective of the dark night of the soul. Okay, still going to be a lot of changes when you get over into the peaceful side, but things won't feel so chaotic. You won't feel so ungrounded. You'll have your routines in place for meditation, your cleansings. You'll know when you're starting to feel a little like, oh, wait a minute, going a little cuckoo for Cocoa Pops again. Hold on, let me let me sit down somewhere, right? Let me sit down and burn an incense or something. Yeah, okay. I like that. Mm-hmm. It's a cycle, y'all. It's a process. Dream. Clarify dream. Endure. Yeah, so whatever this is as it relates to your dark night of the soul, okay? Because we all who have been through them, not everybody has, and some people don't want to, right? But those of us who have been through them, they're personal things to our lives that we have to give up. And I feel like you releasing is you're kind of releasing the things that you've had to go through in this existence. And we often describe this existence like a dream, right? Um and I guess in some levels that's what it is. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things in this lifetime that you've had to endure. I feel like you're waking up to yourself, and you're waking up to maybe why the prophecy of your life, the prophecy that is on you, okay? The prophecy that is on you. I feel like who I'm speaking to, this was absolutely your lifetime to wake up. This was the lifetime for you to do it. Um Yeah, you're looking yourself in the mirror. You're facing yourself right now. This is the same energy on this change card. And so because of that, you're starting to unplug, or you've already started to unplug. And see how she's stepping right at the threshold. See, that's that threshold that I was talking about. Yeah. Boundaries. So you're stepping out of a dark night of the soul and moving into establishing the boundaries, the tools, the routines, the schedules, the regimens, the things that you need to do in order for you to live in your prophecy. To me, the prophecy of your life is equivalent to your destiny and purpose. It's what was um the mission for your existence in this particular lifetime, right? And so the dark night of the soul is a part of that, but it is the part that pushes you into the prophecy, okay? The prophecy, the reason why you're here. Yeah, transformation. Okay, let's see where you want me to go, spirit team. Okay. All right, let's see here. Okay, what do you want the collective to know? Take a chance. It's time to step outside your comfort zone. The world is waiting for you to take a chance. When you do, you'll be rewarded with newfound confidence and enthusiasm, and will begin to attract new results. Take a chance on yourself. Taking a chance on yourself. Took a chance on yourself. Put your money on yourself. Somebody they made their bet on themselves, right? I feel like this take a chance is what you've already done. What you've already done. You've already stepped out of your comfort zone, giving up those things, those vices, those security blankets, whether they be relationships, whether they be self perceptions, whether it be negative self talk, low self esteem, whatever it was that you may have been utilizing as a security blanket. I feel like you've already taken a chance to release the security blanket, right? To release the thing, the activities, the thoughts, the whatever it was that you were using to pacify yourself while you were enduring the things that you were enduring as you were asleep to the higher vibration of you, okay? So I feel like this take a chance is something you've already done. Trusting yourself is at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you put your money on yourself, which is beautiful. It's what we're supposed to do, okay? Protect. You're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. It's okay to want to give to others, which you do effortlessly. It's important, though, that you set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so. Now is the time to get some protection in place. See, this is those regimens that I was talking about, right? You're getting to the point in the dark night of the soul where you're about to cross over the threshold that we saw, okay? And so You're learning and receiving from your spirit team the gifts, okay? The gifts, how you need to protect yourself, what things and what tools are at your disposal, what works with your energy as it relates to protection. All right. Someone in the collective, one of your vices could have been overly giving or overly helping. And that is how you pacified yourself, by always showing up for other people and putting yourself last. Okay. So as you cross over this threshold, you now learning that that's no longer sufficient. That's not going to work, right? Because I've learned to put me first. And in putting me first, I have to know where my limitations are. You understand what I'm saying? I have to know where my boundaries are. I have to know when I'm depleted and when I need to go and take care of myself first, right? So that's what I was kind of picking up, as far as like learning the tools that will keep you grounded as you move out of the whirlwind of dark night of the soul. Learning the tactics, the things that you can employ to stay balanced, right? And not move yourself back into this restless energy, okay? This restless energy. All right? Let's see. What else, Spirit? Soar. You're being asked to stop dimming your own light. Period. It's time for you to come out of the shadows, okay? And let your authentic self soar, fly high, dear one. Yeah, you're definitely coming out of the dark night of the soul. So yeah, I'm I'm um I'm kind of reminded of my own process. Like, I thought it was never going to end, and just when I thought it had ended, it was like, nope, got to deal with this right here, okay? But when you step out of it, you know that you're out of it, okay? Someone in the collective is absolutely coming out of the whirlwind of the dark night of the soul, the feeling ungrounded, right? The feeling of even needing to be rescued, because there's a point where you're so locked in with your spirit team, but they've already kind of trained you, they've shown you, they've allowed you to see yourself. They taught you how to know yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you know what works. You know what tools. You know if it's crystals. You know if it's sage. You know if it's spiritual baths. You know if it's all of the above. You know if you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. When I first started my spiritual journey, I went down the road that everybody else go down with certain things. Like, I would sage a lot. I would go down to the metaphysical store, spend a bunch of money on saging. I would go to Amazon, I would buy sage bundles and so on and so forth, right? And as I started going through my journey, I realized that my prophecy, my destiny, my purpose, my mission requires for me to be more directly connected to the earth that I'm on. The land I live on. So now I don't buy sage. What I actually do is go out the door and get a piece of oak. This is what I do. I go out the door, go to the ground, and find me a nice piece of oak. And this is what I smudge with, because it works better for me. You understand what I'm saying? And I have several examples of me no longer purchasing things off the internet or out of a store, but actually going out the door and doing research about the plants that's right in the backyard. You understand what I'm saying? That's what felt true to me. And from that time, it's been like I've been good. And so those are the little things that are very specific to your prophecy. Okay? Those are the things that your spirit team are helping you to discover, or have helped you to discover, as you cross over this threshold and get ready to live a more authentic life. And that's exactly what I mean by that example. You have to know what works for you based on what is authentic to you. You understand? Okay, bring balance was behind that. Tell us more. Pause. Pause. You're being asked to pause before making a quick decision and moving forward. Allow yourself to step back, look at it, look at all of the possible outcomes, and make sure you're heading in the right direction before moving forward. I feel like this is what you've learned as well. Yeah. I feel like this is what you learned. With this restless energy, you could have been a little impulsive before. Someone calling, you just run, you just go, you just make yourself available, or you feel a little restless, at one job, so you quit it, go get another one, and then you get tired of that one and you quit it and go get another one. And so maybe your wheels were spinning, and so you've learned how to wait, see it through, think it through, look at all the possible outcomes of that decision. Okay, you've learned how to pause and give yourself a time to make sure that your decision is in your best interest, right? That is not reactionary, but that it's going to honor you, and it's going to give you the time that you need to apply yourself to staying balanced. It's not going to overwhelm you. You know what I mean? I feel like this is probably the lesson that you have learned, and that you're going to take with you even as you cross over this threshold, even as you begin to take your wings and begin to soar into your new beginning. Yeah, I like that. Abundance. As you soar into this new beginning, you're being asked to open to abundance, to believe that you're deserving of it, and to believe that it will flow to you. This is the first important step toward receiving it. Breathe deeply and trust that it is on its way to you. I think that's kind of self-explanatory, don't you? You're about to step into something, okay? And if there is any residual doubt, if there is any residual energy of anxiety, or feeling a bit ungrounded, this is the whole point of the dark night of the soul, okay? To teach you that you're not getting abundance because you're not getting abundance despite who you are or the things you've done, or it's not being gifted to you. You're getting it because you are in alignment with it. You're getting it because you deserve it. There's a big difference in having perceived abundance that you didn't heal for, right? Like, the abundance that comes after the dark night of the soul is just different. It just feels different. It feels much better. It feels like it is an extension of you. It's an extension of you. And so this abundance that you're about to step into is an abundance that your spirit team is saying you have put in the work to step into, and you have strengthened your spiritual legs, because this kind of abundance, this kind of abundance will rock you now. Okay, this kind of abundance, this kind of shift into this level of abundance where you can literally bend reality. Like, you say you need something and it's there, right? um it could be a bit like, hold on. Oh, okay, that's right. I deserve this. I deserve to have access to this power. This is the power that was prophesied over my life. This is the part of the power that is written in my Akashic records. This is what I killed for. This is what I woke up for. This is what I did this for. But when it first starts working for you like that, it can be a little bit like clutch your pearls. Okay, so you have grown and strengthened the legs to step out into this abundance. This has everything to do with you stepping over this threshold. I was finna say this crossroad. Yeah, I was finna say this crossroad. Acceptance, self-doubt. Yeah, see, that's what I was kind of feeling. And so when you're at a crossroad and you have a decision, this could be what Spirit is saying about pausing. Okay, pausing before you make your decision and look at, if I go down this road, this will be the outcome. If I go down that road, that will probably be the outcome. Now, which one honors me? Which one best serves me? Right? Which one is a true reflection of me? Which one is in alignment with me? Right? And so it may not necessarily be to other people around you the best decision or the right choice, but at this point, we really don't care about what they think now, do we? No, we don't. Yeah. Release attachments is what I'm saying. Yeah, we don't really care. After we done put in all of this work and been in the dark night of soul and been in this whirlwind, okay? We're not holding on to, you've done so much work for your own inner peace that you don't need anybody to validate your decisions for you at this point. I want to see what's going on. What's going to be on the other end of this threshold for you. Alright. What is the collective about to step into? What are they stepping into, Spirit? Something is manifesting. I see short term and manifesting. So whatever it is not going to be very much longer from now. Okay. Outside forces. Unknown figures are driving the situation, and you may not be able to control the outcome. This cycle will shift soon, and you will be okay. That's giving me what we've been saying the whole time, okay? That this cloudy, dark moon energy that you have been processing through is about to be a little brighter, It's going to feel a little brighter, okay? Let's see. Yeah. We have renewal and harmony, okay? We have renewal and harmony. You need to take time to recharge your energy to get back on track. You needed this. So this has been your spirit team the whole time walking you through this process because this is what you needed to get yourself back on track. Challenges ahead require you to have faith and break through. Harmony. It's important for you to have a quiet, peaceful work atmosphere in order for you to thrive. Working at home or for yourself is best. Okay. So there's some renewed balance that's coming to you as it relates to maybe what you do for work, how you provide for yourself. Resources are going to be available to you, and it could feel a little shaky at first. It could feel a little shaky, but this is where you really lean on that. If you can go through what you just went through and be okay, then everything else is pretty much a cakewalk. Everything else is pretty much a cakewalk. After the dark night of the soul, everything else is pretty much a cakewalk. Okay. It may not always feel the best. It may be annoying. You know what I'm saying? But it's also necessary. It's also necessary as you're crossing over the threshold, because you got to remember, after the dark night of the soul, you've already left one life behind. You've left one perspective behind. You've left one identity of yourself that you knew so well, but you already left it behind. So now here you are at the threshold and moving into something that is completely unknown to you. Okay, that aspect, that stepping out, that taking flight, that soaring, that new beginning, and everything about it, including how you're going to show up, right, is new to you. So it's going, you're gonna get your feeding, you're gonna get your feeding. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Journey. It's a part of the journey. Yes. It's a part of the journey, hon. The journey to freedom. that was offered and afforded to you to find your true passion. Now, somebody's true passion is spiritual work. And you have put yourself in the flow of that spiritual work. You've come out of whatever trap was laid. Okay, you've come out of that trap. You've put yourself in the flow to go towards your real passion. You've done the spiritual work, even if spiritual work is not necessarily your forte as far as like an industry or a career or anything like that. You've done the spiritual work to discover your passion, go towards it, and be in the flow of what really brings you fulfillment. I love it. Let's see. Yeah. You've been on a journey to find your personal magic. You've been on a journey to find your personal magic. Wish come true. Something in the future is going to be a wish come true for you. I just saw reflection, because you're reflecting whatever it is that you desire. You're now reflecting, you're now reverberating, you're now resonating with that energy, and it's unfolding for you. Yep. Access to greater prosperity is opening up for you slowly. You are growing as you learn more and keep expanding. Oh, that's awesome. Anything else, Spirit Team? Anything else? All right. No. They said no. Okay, family, thank you so much for tapping in with your girl once again. If this is your first time stopping by our channel, please take a moment to subscribe and join the tribe, all right? Hit that like button. Smash that. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. I'm slipping. I'm tripping. To all my boo things out there, my soul family. Y'all know who y'all is. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for your support. All right. Now, everybody smash that like button. Turn on your notification bell if you have not. And leave me a comment. Let me know how this resonated with you. This was a beautiful read. All right. Congratulations to whoever this reading reverberated with. And I will see you guys on the next message. Peace, family.